Hi there. Welcome to Litigation Careers. I'm Scott Dodson, Distinguished Professor of Law at UC Hastings Law and the founding director of the Center for Litigation and Courts, which produces this series. Law schools do many things well. We teach students how to think like lawyers, to read and understand laws and case law, to analyze and argue. We also help our students get jobs. But it turns out that there are a lot of different law-related jobs out there, and law schools don't always inform and educate students about those varied career paths very well. Part of the problem is that lawyers have many different personal identities. If you ask a doctor why she went to medical school, the answer is likely to be some form of, well, I'm a healer and I always wanted to help people. If you ask an architect, the answer is some form of, well, I'm a builder at heart. Or a vet. I love animals. Lawyers are different. There isn't just one lawyer. The nice thing about that diversity is that there's a lawyer job for you no matter what your own personal identity. If you are a fighter who likes to compete and win, there's a lawyer job for you, civil litigation. If you're a do-gooder who just wants to make the world a better place, there's a lawyer job for you, public interest. If you're a deal maker, try M&A. A numbers problem solver, tax attorney. The varieties are seemingly endless. The challenge with facing so many career paths is in finding the right one for you. What's your lawyer identity? For some, that can be a hard question to answer, especially without knowing what those career paths are really like. I certainly didn't know. I went to college thinking I might be a biologist. But after my first year of 3 science courses and differential equations, I couldn't stomach the idea of repeating that schedule for the next several years to a PhD. Still, it was easier at that point to just complete my biology degree, so I did. But what to do with just a BA in biology? The answer, obviously, was to go to law school. Not because I wanted to be a lawyer, but because I couldn't think of anything better to do. Deep down, I probably did realize that the law was a good match for me. I ended up liking law school a lot, but I didn't think carefully about what law career was a good match. The easy path for both me and for the career services office at the law school was a big firm. Back then, big law jobs were plentiful and remunerative. So after clerking for a federal judge for a year, I joined a firm doing litigation. A year later, I was recruited to the Department of Commerce, where I was a government litigator for 2 years. Then I joined a very large national firm, again, working in civil litigation. By the time I was a senior attorney, I was making a lot of money and working on really interesting issues. I was also billing more than 2,500 hours a year, not including administrative hours or pro bono work. And I had a newborn baby at home. In addition, my job was changing. The stuff I really liked to do, research and writing, was being pushed down to more junior attorneys. I was doing a lot more project management, and I was liaising between the partners and the more junior folks. I was basically a middle manager. I didn't particularly like catering to client and partner wishes. This is a recurring problem with authority that I have. On the horizon, I could see the other side of partnership, which called for different skills and abilities that I thought I had, but that I wasn't particularly interested in doing. This was the moment when I thought, this is not fulfilling. I'm in the wrong job. And only then did I really think, what is the right job for me? What I loved about law school and what I found most fulfilling about being a young lawyer was research and writing. And I loved teaching. I had been a TA in college and I had taught for the Princeton Review. You know what? There's a law job for that, professor. So I got into academia. It wasn't easy. And I had to work hard and to be patient. And I ended up at the right place within academia only after quite a few years. But now that I'm here, it's hard to think of anything better for me. I get to research, write, and teach all day. I get to help students, especially 1Ls. I love 1Ls with that passion for the law. With my research, I get to say what I think is right, and no one can tell me otherwise, not even the Supreme Court or the President of the United States. Of course, they may not listen to me, but I'll always keep trying. I have tenure at an institution that isn't going away or going out of business. I get paid for what I love to do. True, I don't get paid as much as I would as a partner at a firm, but it's enough. And the trade-offs for me are a no-brainer. Ending up in the right place took some time and some thought, and I probably could have gotten there a lot more quickly if I'd used my time in law school to begin thinking about matching my lawyer identity with the appropriate career path. I'd encourage you to do the same. To help you along, I've recorded a number of discussions with folks from various litigation careers. Nearly all are UC Hastings Law grads. So these paths are realistic for you. All you need is a UC Hastings Law degree and an interest in civil litigation or ADR. My guests will reveal what their lives are like, the good, the bad, the ugly, the trade-offs they face, the skills and interests that match with their jobs, what their day-to-day and year-to-year lives are like, their work-life balance and quality of life. I encourage you to listen to all of them, not just the ones you happen to think at this particular moment you would be interested in. You may be surprised by what you hear. My hope is that these conversations will fill a gap in your legal education by giving you information about what's out there, and then you can go after what's right for you.